welcome to today's reading. So everything's a little bit wonky. We have three beautiful cards today. We have number 1, beautiful lion, cellular upgrade with an orange stone. Then there's number 2, beautiful rainbow, and it's waves of inspiration. Beautiful lion. And then card number 3, dimensional shift with a rainbow opal stone. So these are your cards, these are your stones. You can go by picking it by the stone or by the image of the card. Sorry about the glare. Unfortunately, the overhead lights here keep giving glare, and anywhere I go, it keeps doing it. And I can't get away from it, so I'm so sorry. So I'll just give you another quick look over. So that's the card. So pick your reading. And without further ado, if you need more time, please feel free to pause it before carrying on. Let's get started with your reading. Hello everybody, welcome to your reading. This is 18. I put the meaning of the number 18, spiritual meaning there for you, my darlings. This card is dimensional shift, manifestation, harmony, and dreams come into reality. Isn't that a beautiful card? I do love the Lyran deck. And you chose this beautiful stone, the opalescent heart stone. Ooh. I love the rainbow opal heart stone. It's really nice, isn't it? Right. I'm going to start, actually, by reading the meaning of the card you picked to you. Okay. Your human society is currently undertaking a shift in cosmic proportions. I keep saying wrong words today. It's been really hard doing these readings, so bear with me. Sorry, I'll start again. Your human society is currently undertaking a shift of cosmic proportions. That's better. With your entire existence beginning to enter into a higher dimensional plane. These dimensional shifts occur as natural universal cycles, and just as your winter shifts into spring, so too does your solar system operate from a much larger scale. The dimensional shifting firstly begins at a deep subatomic level, where even the foundations that shaped your scientific understanding begin to evolve and transform. Eventually, this micro-process begins to trickle into your physical reality, consciousness, and eventually into all your society as it adapts towards a new way of living, thinking, and innovation. From our vantage point, entering into the fifth dimensional field equates to using less energy to materialize goals, having a much longer lifespan and needing less food for your vessel to operate, and a greater connection with the cosmos at large. The card of dimensional shift arrives at a time of great transformation that is occurring in your life. You have been patiently waiting for a grand transformation, and this time has now sprouted. Begin to operate into these higher dimensional currents by simply allowing for them to merge with your field, and you will find this cycle of fifth dimension that struggle and hard work will not be as effective for achieving success as they were once in the past. What this means is that through the restructuring of matter, humans are entering a quantum sort of vibratory field, where your thoughts and inner vibration meet the alive field and naturally materialize or pull forth all that you seek with ease and grace. From our Lyran teachings, we refer to these quantum pools as vacuum technology, which is the ability for one to use their cosmic life force and harmonize it with the natural gravitational currents of your Earth in order to pull matter into your life. This way of harnessing the magnetic field is how many starships in our universe operate, riding invisible sonic networks that carry ships with ease, similar to catching a fast river current that would carry a boat with ease. These magnetic pulses exist all around yourself, and by becoming aware of them, which are naturally perceived in the higher cycles, one can begin to harness an unlimited free energy that will not just drive all your future technology, but expand you into the scientific secrets of the cosmos. Know, beloved starseed, that struggle is less effective the more you advance into the fifth dimensional field. If you are hitting roadblocks in any projects, now is an ideal time to audit any particular strategies and request for a fifth dimensional way of operating to fuse into your goals, projects, and life. Alternatively, you can be undergoing a major spiritual awakening at this moment that requires you to drop old ways of thinking in order to allow for new currents to meet your life. This is the time to upgrade, receive, and let the universe bless you in all ways possible. Additional meanings: expansion, health, gratification, dreams to reality, manifestation, harmony, a time of magic, fun, ease, and grace. Sorry I read that and it was a bit higgledy-piggledy. My brain has not been playing ball today. It does this sometimes, my brain. It's so annoying. But we persist. We go on. I hope it made sense. If it didn't, ask me in the comments and I'll re-release it on an individual little video so you can hear it again. Oh, I've got those backwards. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Right. First card in this reading, the Queen of Swords, is a model of self-sufficiency, independence, and wisdom. She is a representative of sanity and has various knowledge and judgmental abilities. So that could be a person, someone you know, but this little subsection of cards, I always use it to as little bullet points of a message, and not everything is going to make sense to you. Take what does and lovingly leave the rest for someone else in this reading, because it is for somebody else. This is just the bullet points, okay? So I'm going to go through these quickly, and then we'll get into the actual message. So we've got the Queen of Swords, and this is air, Aquarian energy, and we are now in the age of Aquarius, and it could be an Aquarian in your life. But this is definitely a lady who's got her head screwed on the right way. The next, strength. Strength is endlessly fascinating, and women can represent strength, resilience, and strength from the heart, overcoming difficulties with willpower and bold action. So that got your head on your shoulders and you have that inner strength. And I think this is a time of spiritual awakening and realization of who you are and where your journey has brought you to now, and how you're going to be able to use the head on your shoulders, the strength of the lion that is within. Now, Seven of Wands represents the road ahead. You will encounter obstacles, but dare to face the difficulties, adhere to your own position, and your success is close at hand. So you are on your own path in life, card number 3s, and each of you having your own tests, but know that, you know, you can rely on that head on your shoulders. You can rely on the strength that you have built up through your life Life on earth is difficult, and we do gain strength from being knocked down and getting back up. And we gain wisdom from that getting knocked down and getting back up. That's what formulates us. And, you know, the pressures of life, each of you are formed into a diamond. That inner beauty, allow it to shine. Come out from your from hiding under your bushels. Know that you can tackle anything in life. Know that you have that power as a creator. We're coming into the age of Aquarius. It's the time of the dimensional shift. We are going through that at the moment. I'm getting ascension symptoms. I am constantly thirsty. For water. I don't want to drink coffee anymore. I don't want to drink tea anymore. Apart from a few coffees in the morning, and I'm on water all day. My body's just like, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. All the things that I used to do, I don't want that, I don't want that. I'm going with my intuition. I'm following my body knows what it's doing. I know what I'm doing, and we're working together as a team. And that's where, you know, we have to start being self-aware of what we're doing and where we're going and how our body is communicating with us, and really listening to our bodies, really listening to when we need rest, really listening to when we need to change our food groups, what's not working for us anymore. Not be resistant to change, not be resistant to growing beyond that which we were, and walking that path when we don't know where we're going. I mean, I don't know where I'm going, I'm just walking it and I'm doing the point and shoot. I've got my ideals that I want to be in life, but I'm allowing the path to open up before me and my intuition to guide me on how to get there. I don't know how to get there, but I'm being guided, so just following that. And one of those things is, like, I was guided to being vegan. I was guided now to drinking a lot of water. And it's really helping me in ways I wasn't even aware that it would. It's clearing my system, and I'm grateful for it. So yeah. Now, my darling number 3s, you have the Hermit card. I love the Hermit card because I have been a little hermit, and I'm a crab. I was spoke about being Cancerian and having the Hermit card. I'm a hermit crab. I carry on my little house. But the Hermit is a symbol of wisdom, looking for the light in his heart. He enjoys solitude, seeks truth in the dark, and listens to the opinions of others. But it's a Virgo energy. And I love that because Virgo women are a model of self-sufficiency. They are independent and they're wise. And they have various knowledge and judgmental abilities. Why? Because they are very rooted in sensible thinking. You know, Virgos are very pragmatic in their approach. If they go a little too far, they can become perfectionists, and it can get a bit much because then they start trying to force that on others. But this is not what we're getting in this reading. We're getting somebody who is a very well-developed individual who has a good head on their shoulders, a good heart. They're strong, and they dare to face the difficulties in life from their strength. And their success is close at hand. But, you know, sometimes it's good to go within and to take yourself out of the picture in order to survey the land before making choices. You know, it's okay to take some time to explore your inner wisdom and to see where you really want to fit in life, and how you're going to get there to that success. And this last card, it's the Nine of Swords reversed, and it's a chance to wake up from a long, dark period of depression and negativity, with things gradually taking a turn for the better. So it could be that, you know, that negativity and the toxicity of past issues in your lives has taken root and taken hold to some degree, but you're going to loosen that energy now. It's going to be released because you do have what it takes. You have the good head on your shoulders. You have that strength. You dare to face your difficulties. Adhere to your own position. Have the strength to stand up to those who would impose their will on you and say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take your path because I want to follow my own. And demand that self-respect for you, from you, and from others, to respect that you have your own choices, your own needs, and you have a right to have them fulfilled. You do not need to stick around with the people who bear you ill will. You can take yourself out of that situation, and by doing so, you find self-love and self-respect again. You can release that energy that was keeping you in those situations because of past hurts and because of past repeating behaviors. Once you get rid of them, they're gone for good. But it's about learning those lessons and freeing yourself and knowing that your wins are just around the corner. You just need to be able to believe in yourself and give them to yourself rather than staying in a stuck energy place of negativity and depression. We can move past it and break free, but it takes a moment of pause in the hermit mode to really go through what it is that's keeping you there, and to use that inner wisdom and guidance and guide yourself out of your dark cave. It's like I'm being shown the shadows on the wall of the cave, and people getting so caught up with watching the shadow puppetry on the wall of their own shadows that the exit to actually leave the cave is just behind them, but they're caught in the illusion of the cave wall and not turning around to realize they can walk out the cave anytime they like. And that is something that I think, you need to sort of allow yourself that moment of realization individually. If I'm talking to you now and you are suffering from some mental health issues, maybe you're staring at the cave wall and you've got caught up in the illusions of the earth plane a little too much. And it's about lovingly allowing yourself forgiveness and release, and the people around you as well. But we'll see what the message is, shall we? Right. First message. Wellness. Self-love. Healing. We're going through a dimensional shift in our realities. We're coming up to self-realizations. And don't judge yourself harshly. In fact, don't judge at all. Be a realist in seeing the real, what the situation is, but then lovingly release. Work through it, let it go. You don't need to hold on to things and carry them around in a bag of bricks on the back of your neck, on your back, because that just causes stuck energy and health problems. Mental health problems, physical health problems. In fact, energetic issues are responsible for a lot of our health problems, and we need to have time to work through our past hurts and grievances and find forgiveness. Forgiveness to ourselves for continuing to hold on to it, and then forgiveness to those who hurt us. So it's like, I forgive you for what you did to me. I forgive myself for holding on to it. And I let it go lovingly into the ether. I give the energy to God to repurpose and fashion into something new, shiny, and wonderful. Spirit guides are saying, life is like seasons. Even in this card, it was talking about the seasons and the micro and the macro. Well, Spirit guides are saying here in your life, you've got the micro and the macro. The cycles of growth. natural laws, and divine order. And sometimes we have to actually step outside of situations in order to really get the full scope and allow yourself to sit on the other side and see that that person is the sum of their programming. That person has been through their own pain, their own story, their own issues, and they are the sum of their parts. Does that mean that we have the right to judge them poorly when they treat us poorly? Not really. Because we just have to come to a place of acceptance that they are the way they are because of what they've been through. And the best thing to do in that situation, when you can do it, is come to a place of forgiveness and accept that they are going to be learning on their path, just like you're learning on yours. And if you can't come to that place of forgiveness, I always say I've got an open filing cabinet in the back of my head. I stick that matter in the drawer until I reach a place in my life where I can lovingly release that moment in time and forgive those people. Forgiveness takes time. The cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order, you have the illusion of time in order to process. And, you know, you will get there eventually. But it is about allowing yourself that love, that understanding, that kindness, and that ability to nurse yourself through those moments and process the emotion, process the situations, and do it in a safe space. One of non-judgment of yourself and of the other person, but just do it in a matter of fact, as though you're the observer of the whole situation and can really take everything you can from it. And once you have, it becomes easier to let it go and to find that forgiveness. Spirit has also said about the Lord, High Lord of Gratitude and Service, and I love this card. It's one of my favourite cards. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. I think when we actually start going from a place of service, selflessness, and humility towards other people, we really start to see people in a different light. We see the divine light within them. We see the God light. We see that everyone is a fractal of God, and that everyone is here with their own spiritual missions, their own spiritual agreements with you and other people, and that we are here to teach each other lessons lovingly, and that we should allow that space in field to grow, and through forgiveness and understanding we give each other the freedom to process what we came here to learn before going back to source. And it allows you to be free to then move on in your life. And I always say this, when you're holding on to other things, when you won't let a situation go, when you are pulling on somebody because you won't forgive them, you're keeping that situation in your life. You're not untethering yourself. And you imagine how many situations we can have. How many hands do we wrap around ourselves in cords and things that keep us tightly bound from not moving forward? We get mentally ill from the depression of every single situation because the energy sits around us like a mummification. You know, it can get pretty dark in here, and it can also be really heavy with the weight of all of it on our back. Our body starts to feel that energy that we're sitting in. We can get sick from not processing. Now let's see what the angels have to say. Cut your cords. Number 3s. Ask Archangel Michael. I love Archangel Michael. Anyone who watches this channel knows he's my Archangel and I love him dearly. he has this really awesome sword, and he says, ask me to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from your destructive patterns. I used to do it. I had destructive patterns, and I kept repeating the same situation with abusive men and like self-harm on, so you know, whatever level it was, and I was repeating, and I was so depressed, and I was holding all these and it just was weighing me down, and I was repeating the same behaviors, and in the end heaven was going, knocking me on the head, you know, with a big club going, wake up, what are you doing? Start seeing the pattern, start freeing yourself. I did in the end, but it took a lot of repetitive darkness to see the light. I stopped, and I allowed myself the hermit time. Yeah, I was the hermit. And I went in, and it was one release after another. One situation came up, then I would sit there and I'd think about it, and I'd really think. I'd be going into like different situations and looking at it. It was like, I call it the living life review, and I totally recommend it to anyone. Some spiritual people say it's a waste of time. I don't think so, because the time I spent allowed me to clear out my baggage. I don't have any of it. I'm not carrying anything anymore, because I freed myself. First, I was looking at the situation from all angles. Then I was processing the emotions to do with the situations. Then I was processing my emotion to the people and their emotion. And then I came to a place of forgiveness and release. Then another thing would be dropped into my mind, and I would be like, right, so this is the next thing I haven't let go of. I need to sort this one out now. And you know, and it's just like putting coins in a slot, except it's putting, what happens is once you clear one thing, the next thing comes up, and then the next thing, until eventually you've got nothing left, and you're like, oh, I feel great. But you do start getting your eye by the end of it is a bit like, ah. But shadow work is intensive, and it is long-winded. But I highly recommend it, because when you can work in your shadow, you love your shadow because it's part of you, and you start to become, one moment please. Oh, sorry about that. Amazon parcel. Right. So, once you start to clear everything out, and you've seen the dark side and the light side, you're more in balance. And being in balance, self-sufficient, independent, mentally and physically and spiritually in alignment and well, whew, that comes into focus, and your victory is just around the corner. So, cutting your cords now. They're also saying, clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Oh, I think they really want to get this message home for you. Cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words, thoughts, as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So it looks like there's been some depression and negativity, but with things gradually taking a turn for the better. And they're saying, you know, it's not that you can fix this. This is fine. Don't catastrophize and go off into like on negative little paths. Cut your cords, clear yourself, cancel, clear, delete. Allow yourself to start focusing on wellness. Right, the archangels are saying, power. You are reminded that your essence is divine, so let no one diminish you. When you feel totally serene and at peace, you are powerful, for no one can upset or influence you. Your angel guidance is to find your still, quiet center, then heal your anger, purify your emotions, rely on your own judgment, and take your own decisions. It serves your spiritual growth to take responsibility for your life. So stand on your own feet and be strong. They're saying there with the strength card. They're saying you need to say this to yourself in the mirror. I am serene, powerful, and confident. Now they're saying also wisdom. Knowledge is learnt, but wisdom is divine. Prompting within you. Oh, but wisdom is the divine prompting within you. I'm having trouble today with reading. I'm so sorry. It's you know, and I think I framed this camera wrong because I'm like, I can get down like this so you can see the whole of me. So it's just been one of those days. Your angel guidance is to connect to your still, quiet center and listen to the wisdom of your soul. Then you will take decisions and act on your own infinite self. With wisdom, life takes on a new perspective as dramas and fears become insignificant in comparison with the magnificence of the overall picture. Walk your path in life as one of the wise ones, and all will revere and respect you. Affirmation, I listen to my wisdom. I think with this message and where it's gone today, this one, forgiveness. Angel wisdom reminds you that challenging people and situations are sent to you as your most important teachers. Without them, your soul would not grow. Your guidance is to let go of the hurt, resentment, and anger of the past. Cut your cords, clear yourself, cancel, clear, delete. Say this to yourself. Cut your cords, clear yourself, cancel, clear, delete. Cut your cords, clear yourself, cancel, clear, delete. It works, doesn't it? Your guidance is to let go of the hurt, resentment, and anger of the past. And when you forgive others and yourself, your karma is rubbed out of your soul records. Just think, like, every time you forgive yourself and others, you'd see in your head a board, you know, one of those whiteboard like rubbers going and clearing something from your space, your aura, your life, freeing you. I'm freeing you to be me even more than yesterday. You will enjoy love in your heart and lightness of spirit. Ask the angels to help you dissolve your hurt, anger, and guilt. They will take your burdens from you. When you love unconditionally, there is nothing to forgive. Love is forgiving, so open your heart and give love. Affirmation, I forgive myself and others. I am free. And they're saying this is an opportunity. Because it is, it's an opportunity now for you. With this message, it's a major opportunity to release the negativity and depression you've been feeling from your life. For you to face the difficulties, adhere to your own position, and be successful at freeing yourself. Cut your cords, clear yourself, cancel, clear, delete. Power, wisdom, forgiveness, opportunity. We are all presented with opportunities and are expected to flow with the currents that come our way. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and is up to you to use it to your greatest advantage. Be alert, be aware, and be prepared. You can, of course, make your own opportunities. If you knock on enough doors, one will inevitably be open to you. So you are also reminded to persevere, for it may be a door that was previously locked that has now been opened a crack. Quiet your mind and ask the angels to help you. And your last affirmation, I am ready for all opportunities. And you will be. My love to you all. If you love this reading, I think it was awesome. Then please do give it a thumbs up. Every time you give me a thumbs up, it helps my channel because of the analytics. Please do consider subscribing. It's free. I upload every week. There will be new stuff all the time coming out. I always upload at 7 p.m. I don't subscribe to certain days. Why? Because of my life. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I try to get out at least 2 to 3 videos a week for you guys. There is as well my daily energy read now that I do, which is a post for you to feel the energy of the day. And I will be bringing another reading to you very shortly. So take good care of yourselves and each other, and I will catch up with you in the next video. Bye, my darlings.